Perfect timing.
Lauren, call security. Come on, Mark, we better find him.
Yeah, this is what I'd call a mottled leg. It has a dusky shade.
I knew something was up when Belinda said they were getting the plane 2 days later.
Plane?
Hong Kong, where my ex works. You know what she's like. You never get a straight answer out of her. I bet there's some crazy virus running rampant over there.
Yeah, well, whatever it is, it's clearly led to an overwhelming infection, which is causing a vascular shutdown of her limb.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Valentine. In all likelihood, the source is bacterial rather than viral. I know that this is a worrying time for you and it's easy to jump to apocalyptic scenarios, but I'd like to run all the tests again. Okay, septic screen, blood culture, sputum, urine, and lumbar puncture.
And she has been tested for meningitis. Yeah?
Yes, I have read the notes, so if I'm requesting it again, there must be a good reason. Off you go, then.
I thought you'd want to see this. The bronchoscopy results came back fine, but this is cardiomegaly, isn't it? His heart's enlarged.
You're absolutely right. So where do we go from here?
So we investigate further, run an echo.
Excellent thinking. So let's do it.
Actually, I'm afraid I'm doing theatre.
Theatre.
Yeah, I think I'm supposed to be observing the doors procedure that Mr. Hope's performing for my case-based study.
Okay, then. Well, it's an excellent opportunity. Don't let me stop you.
I know we're busy, but we are responsible for our patients' safety.
What is going on with you? Hey, come on. We've known each other long enough. This is not the first time a patient has gone missing. Something's up.
Come on. Mr. Sharma.
I'll get a wheelchair.
No, please. I know what you're going to say. I don't feel much better.
I doubt that very much. You've been seriously assaulted and you're just out of theatre, so please.
Come on, please. This isn't necessary. I can walk.
What on earth are you doing out here?
I need to get home.
Look, if it's your wife you're worried about, we could send someone around the house, the police perhaps.
No, I want to go myself. She has a heart condition. I don't want her to get a fright.
A heart condition?
Atrial fibrillation.
Right, why haven't you mentioned this before?
Well, you all rushed off your feet.
OK, let's get back in and run a Doppler.
Look, Mr. Sharma, one way or another, we'll get hold of your wife.
Try not to worry, Gav, OK? She can't feel a thing. I promise.
It's just like finding a needle in a haystack. I keep racking my brain.
Yeah, well, we will find the cause.
Why the hell did I ever let her go?
Belinda.
Oh, my God. How is she? Is she going to be all right?
No thanks to you.
Well, we're running some tests.
How are we getting on here?
I'm Ruby's mother.
Jack Naylor, General Surgical Consultant.
I came as fast as I could.
She likes to make an entrance when it suits her.
Might I have a word?
Dr. Valentine, why don't you show Ruby's parents where the coffee machine is?
Gav, come on, mate.
Hey!
Oh, hi. I was hoping to catch up with you, but then the rest of my day caught up with me. But you know what a door's procedure's like. We could be selling tickets.
I'm just glad I'm not late.
Late?
Yeah, my, case-based study. I mentioned it to you this morning. I just presumed that I was observing.
Oh, I think we must have misunderstood each other. Much as I'd love to have you observe, I'm afraid we're full up with senior doctors from other hospitals who are also keen to watch.
I see.
In any case, I'd much rather have you in with me when I can give you my, total attention. Why don't you see Joseph, see if he can fix you up with something?
No, it's okay. Mrs. Griffin mentioned that I could help her with the Scott James case.
I'd stick with Joseph if I were you.
Is there any particular reason why? It's just that I couldn't help but notice that...
No. It's just I think it'd be better for you if you stuck with Joseph. After all, he is the more senior. Trust me, why go for silver when you can go for gold?
Okay.
Sorry if I shocked you. I should have called, I know, but I didn't have your number.
It's OK.
So, this is where you work? Are you angry? I came.
No, of course not. I'm relieved, actually. Your grandmother was here today.
Oh.
She was worried sick, Holly. How could you do that to them? Hey, what's going on? Who's this Damien guy?
It wasn't even like that. I mean, you weren't even there. How would you know?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sound...
I'm sorry to disturb, but we've got an urgent referral coming in.
It's not a good time, Mark.
I know.
Is there nobody else?
That's right. I promise.
Okay, I'll be right there.
Is there really no one else?
I'm afraid not.
Oh, well.
Holly. Don't go. Maybe we could talk over lunch.
I'd like that.
I mean, seriously, Gavin, how spiteful can anyone be?
Oh, get off your high horse. This isn't your boardroom.
Excuse me? I suppose he's told you he was going to let me go back to the Far East without telling me she's in hospital. Thank God I called his mum.
You should try answering your phone.
You should try leaving a message.
Oh, come on, guys. Let's not do this.
I'm getting out of here. Call me if anything changes.
Well, where are you going?
Need some air.
He's just exhausted, I think.
No. He just can't bear being in the same room as me. Oh, 5 years. I thought it would wear off, but he'll never forgive me. You heard him. It's all my fault.
He doesn't mean it.
He does. He didn't want her to go. He hated me for it. Said I was just trying to buy her with an exotic trip. That I was just disrupting her routine. Do you really think it's something she caught on the trip?
It really depends on where you went.
No, but that's exactly it. We didn't go anywhere. You know what girls that age are like. She spent most of her time in my flat emailing her friends. She went ballistic when they cancelled the flight home. We had a massive row. I couldn't believe she was throwing such a strop. When we got on the plane, she didn't speak to me the whole way home.
Must have been a long flight.
All 14 hours of it. She sat sulking in her chair watching The Simpsons like a stone.
14 hours.
I know.
She didn't move.
I was exactly like her at that age. 2 days felt like 2 years.
Would you excuse me a minute? I'll be right back.
What's going on? What are you doing?
I think I might be onto something.
Where are the test results? You can't just leave that up to the lab. You have to chase them up.
Absolutely. But I've just had a chat with Ruby's mum. I've got a hunch.
A hunch.
Oh, obviously I need to check it out.
Well, that's great, but seeing as we're pressed for time, maybe you could just get on with the results and deal with the tangibles. Then we can discuss your hunch. Learn to crawl before you can walk.
No, you know what the coroner's like. They won't tell me anything. I think we need to do something. Sorry, my solicitor. Thanks, Henry. That'll be great. I'll be there in half an hour.
Sorry, Mr. Burns. Mr. Hope told me to talk to you.
I'm afraid it'll have to wait. I'm due somewhere. It's rather urgent. Unless it's a matter of life or death.
No.
Right.
We got a name?
Mona, that's all. Found collapsed outside in the street by a neighbour. Intubated at the scene because of severe breathing problems. Linden? Oh, I'm sorry to have got you out of there.
Oh, that's fine.
Neighbour seems to think she may have existing heart condition. BP was 100/70, now 90/60, pulse up to 120.
Right, let's get a notes.
Look, something you should see.
FBC, LFTs, usually let's get straight to HTU, please.
Look, this is her address. And this is Sonny Sharma's.
Must be his wife.
Don't. Go on, you go first.
If this is what he was so afraid of, why didn't he tell us in the first place? You'd think, wouldn't you, that if he was that anxious, he'd be more up front. Not so queer.
Mr. Sharma.
What's happened to her? Is it the heart?
We don't know yet.
I knew I had to get out of here.
Look, we did everything we could. You called her, we called her. We even tried your work in case she rang there.
You did what?
BP's dropping.
What's wrong? What's happening?
She may be bleeding internally.
What? Why?
Okay, abdomen's distended. Let's get her straight in for an abdominal CT scan.
No. No.
Don't upset yourself. I know you feel bad.
Bad? Why would I feel bad? I've done nothing.
Nobody's saying you have, Mr. Sharma.
He is. What are you getting at? She's going to be all right, yeah?
I need to get her for a scan, Mr. Sharma, so please.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I think someone's waiting to see you.
Come on, Reed.
Come with me, Mr. Sharma.
Page me if you need me, OK?
So, you think it's got something to do with the flight?
Yeah, well, I know that deep vein thrombosis isn't that common in children, but at least it's a point. I mean, she didn't even hear me out. What's her problem?
This is Jack Naylor we're talking about. She's more reptile than human. Well and truly shafted today.
Oh, stop being so wet.
I am. I can't fall out with Mr. Hope. He's been really good to me.
Oh, please, listen to you. He's been so good to me.
You know what? Pack it in, Ollie. There's stuff you don't know about.
What stuff?
Just stuff, okay?
Oh, well, whatever your big secret is, what are you going to tell your supervisor at the end of the day? That you spent the whole day twiddling your thumbs because you didn't want to upset your consultant? You should stick up for yourself, Pen.
What, and make enemies like you mean?
I haven't spent all this training just to lie down and play doormat. If Naylor thinks she can walk all over me, she's got another thing coming.
And what's your great plan?
Use my head and do the right thing. She'll thank me by the end of the day.
Don't do anything stupid, Oliver.
Watch this space. Daisha, hi, it's me. It's me, Oliver. Look, I'm sorry, I forgot to say. Ruby Hodgson, we need a duplex scan done ASAP.
I was just so nervous about coming to see you. I didn't know what to expect. I mean, 9 years. Dad? Mum's ring. Granny gave me this. You don't mind me wearing it, do you?
No, of course not. Look, Holly, I hope your grandparents explained the reason you went to live with them. It was because we all thought it was for the best. It wasn't because
I know. And it worked while I was a good girl and did what they told me, but when I wanted to do my own thing, well, they just couldn't hack it. And, I mean, you know what it's like. They're old. Sorry, I didn't mean that badly.
Say it like it is, why don't you?
We don't smile much, do you? I mean, you should. It really suits you.
Well, that's me told that.
I knew we'd get on.
Can't believe you haven't cleared this with Miss Naylor.
She'd have said no just to spite me. Like, sometimes it's the most insignificant details that can provide the key to the whole picture.
Have you any idea who you're taking on here? Oh, and thank you for dragging me into this.
Oh, come on. This is about the patient here. No?
No, don't give me that look, Oliver. Look, the parents are in such a state as it is already, and the last thing they need is to be stuck between you and Miss Naylor. It's irresponsible.
I don't think I could give a damn as long as Ruby gets better.
I care about these people, OK? I want them to know that I'm doing everything I can.
So can you see a DVT?
Nothing conclusive. It just doesn't make sense. It all fits.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
To face the dragon.
Dr. Valentine, I thought you were in theatre.
Yeah. Change of plan. I think I stand to gain much more from hands-on work than observing in theatre.
Well, seeing as it was your quick thinking that got us here in the first place, what can you see?
Ejection fraction 10-15.
That means...
Dr. Valentine?
It means that you may have cardiomyopathy, a condition where your heart's enlarged and it's not pumping blood so effectively.
I know what it sounds like, but it isn't a death sentence. There's a lot we can do.
Can I still go firefighting?
Let's just take one day at a time. For a start, let's make you a bit more comfortable. Your breathing problems are a result of the fluid putting pressure on your lungs. So, Dr. Valentine, where do we go from here?
Pleural effusion. We can drain the extra fluid.
Ever done one with a pigtail catheter?
No.
Well, today's your lucky day.
Really?
Mr. Byrne not around?
No, he had to go, so something urgent came up. You're not in theatre?
No, breaking the proceedings. Just wanted to make sure he found you something.
Well, there's no need to worry. Your F1 has been making herself more than invaluable today. In fact, she's about to drain a pleural effusion, and I will assess her. Okay?
Might I have a word?
Hey, look.